class design and how to create classes using Java. We'll cover instance variables, constructors, getter methods, setter methods. So let's get started. So let's say we're building a simple banking application type. So first what we're going to do is, well, first I guess we'll make the file. Let's call it bankaccount.java. And then now that we have the file, to represent the bank account, we'll create a class called bank account. And so you do that by going public class bank account curly brackets. So now we're gonna add. We're gonna first define instance variables. Instance variables are properties or attributes of a class. So for example, in a bank account class, three instance variables might be, say, the account balance, the account number, and say the account name. Say we're making like a car class, then instance variables might be the car make, car model, car year, mileage maybe, say we're making I don't know, like a pencil class for some reason. I don't know. We could have maybe like type of pencil, the brand, if it's 0.7 lead, 0.5 lead, stuff like that. So let's make our instance variables, and so we'll use the ones that I said before. So it'll be account number. Also, you want to make sure that you keep these private, because by using private, you make sure that the variables are only accessible just in this class. Also, in the AP exam, you're gonna lose points if you don't make it private. Let's go to account holder. Alright. Now we're gonna discuss constructors. Constructors are they're like a special method used to create objects from the class blueprint, right? So once we make the constructor in the class, then in the main class we can make objects, or in bank account terms we can make multiple different bank accounts, and it's much more efficient than without a constructor and without a class. So to make our constructor, and in the constructor we initialize the instance variables. So we'll go something like public and then class name, so bank account, and like I have over here, int account number, right, comma double balance, comma string account holder. Why is this appearing here? There we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this dot account holder gets account holder, and so the this keyword, it refers to the current object instance, and it basically allows us to assign the received values to the instance variables. And this dot, oh whoops, that's fine, I guess. Meant to do account number here, and account holder here, but that's fine. Now we're gonna make, let's just say, like one getter and one setter method. So getter and setter methods, these methods, they provide us access to retrieve or modify the instance variables, the value currently stored in the instance variables, right? So for example, in the bank account, we could say like, oh, get the balance, right? Or we could set the balance by like maybe like increasing it, like if money is deposited in, by like $20 or $100 or whatever. And we could also set the balance by decreasing it, right? By like, I don't by if you withdraw or something. And also we could have setter by just like by starting up, setting a balance. So first, let's make the get balance method, right? So we'll go public double, because we're gonna return a double, get balance, and nothing goes into parentheses because we don't need a parameter. So let's go, okay, return balance. Now we'll go public void set balance. And we use void for this one because we don't need to return anything. We're going to do something, we're going to make a change to it, but we really don't need to do anything to it. So we can say this, right, we're using the this keyword again, dot balance gets balance, right? Now, now that we made our getter and setter by setting the balance, right, we can, let's just make like a deposit method, right? So we'll go like, again, this will also be void because we don't want to return anything. We're making a change, we're not going to return anything. So we'll go deposit, and then this time we'll have a parameter just like we did with the set balance one, because this is how much we add to the balance, right? So we'll go balance plus equals amount. What this basically means is, if you don't know, we're saying balance, whatever value is currently at balance, that value becomes or gets whatever value is at balance plus amount. So if you had $1,000 in balance and we were at 20, then the balance would then become 1,020. Similarly, let's make the withdraw public void withdraw, right? And also have double amount, and we'll say balance minus equals amount. And so just like for plus equals, it's like balance gets balance plus amount, as we have over here. This time, since we're withdrawing, we're gonna lose money, so it's minus amount. Basically saying $1,000, but you withdraw 20, so then your balance becomes 1,000 minus 20, which is, well, you're left with 980, which is what we want. So now let's go back to our main file, and now we can actually create an object. So we'll also say bank account B1, right? So this is the name. This is like the class, or like the constructor. This is the name. We'll say B1 equals new bank account. Now this is where constructor comes into play. So in our constructor, we have an int for the account number, then there's going to be a double for the balance, and then it'll be a string for the account holder. So we have to go int, so just random numbers, then we need a balance, so let's set it at 1,000.0. Then it's saying we need a string for the account name. Let's just go with Bob. Now that we have that covered, oh, that's too big of a number, huh? Okay. Yeah, for ints, there's like a certain range of numbers where you can go to, and I guess that was too big of a number. So now we can, let's say we do b1 dot deposit $20, and then we'll semicolon. Make sure you put your semicolons. Then we'll say b1 dot get balance. Actually, I'll do get balance before and then after. So b1 dot get balance parentheses. So if all goes well, we should see 1,000 followed by 1,000 and I have to print this. And then same over here. Because right now, I mean, it's calculating it, but it won't do anything. So now when I run it, boom, this is what we want, right? 1,000 was the starting balance, then we add 20. Now let's say we withdraw a little bit. Withdraw $56.98. And then we'll do print the balance. Now we should be left with a smaller number, about, I need ln. And over here as well. Now we can make a second bank account, right? Let's just say bank account B2 this time equals new bank account, right? Let's say this is the number for this one. This one starts off with $583.92. And this time the name is Lisa. So now let's go, we'll print the balance. Remember, this time you have to make it B2 balance, because now we want it, see B2. And I could say, okay, B2 dot withdraw $82.12. And I'll say print the balance again. And then I'll say B2 dot, let's just say set balance. And let's set this now to like $10,000. And then we'll print the balance once again. Whoops. So now we should get, here. So now we should get, actually make a space here. So there's like a gap. And the way you can do that, so now print ln empty parentheses. So now we should have like a one line space. So now, once we print, right, oh, there we go. So this is Bob's, right, as we wanted. Now this is Lisa's. I don't know why it's doing that. Why is it saying 0.799? But anyways, that is how to make a class. And so hopefully this video was helpful in learning in a basic intro to class design and methods in Java. And hopefully you subscribe to Project Explained. Thanks for watching.